If they hating, got a price to pay.
For me to be in a video game means a lot just because, I played video games growing up as a kid all the time. And then knowing I'm being on 2K's cover is insane. Everything on the cover was done by my people and words that inspired me or relate back to me and where I'm from and who.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, back.
球场上奔驰吧。
To have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer, Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Look at Cleveland. They're one of the top flight teams in the league with the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
And I think for the Cavaliers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
I don't know of anyone who thought the road to the championship would travel through their building this season, but that just may be the case.
Here are the starters.
单吃阿迪拉控捧。
Middleton and Giannis are out on the wing. Up front, you have Ilyasova and Henson. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. Seems like most stars now want to play on a super team, Doris, even if it means making personal sacrifices.
No doubt. And sometimes a player makes decisions. It doesn't have everything to do with money, and it doesn't have everything to do with touches. Sometimes when you get to a particular state in your career, it's about winning ultimately. And what does it take for me to get a ring? And those are the drivers of a lot of players' decision-making.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's AI. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Middleton outside. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Over AI. That one a tad offline.
哇，被吃还被盖。
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Carries it down low. AI's got his second basket of the night.
A guy who converts well at the rim. You like to see the aggression there.
Really doesn't get any easier than that. The defense didn't look too interested in stopping him.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupation.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Here is Bledsoe. Larry Nance making his last shot. Fires it up. It's deflected, but they recover it. To the paint, reverses, and Antetokounmpo lays it up and in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points so far.
I think they're expecting Bledsoe to perhaps force the issue, but he keeps his poise and finds the open man.
AI kicks to Nance. Back to AI. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. To the inside. It's tipped. Here's Henson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Osman to the left side wing. AI passes to Osman. Back to AI. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
真的有他真的很难打。
Bledsoe does some of his best work in space.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And this last offseason, one that every Cleveland fan dreaded. LeBron hitting free agency. And Doris, they were right to be worried.
And now the challenge for the Cavs organization is replacing a player of LeBron's magnitude. This is a group that still has talent, but it certainly has to think about rebuilding. It was an incredible second stint for LeBron in Cleveland, but the Cavs will surely be a whole new team without him.
Muhammad, and it's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Brogdon against Clarkson. Brogdon finds Dellavedova. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And slam dunk by Henson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. To the middle, looking to end the run. AI passes to Korver. At the elbow, it's AI. And it's Korver in the corner. Back to AI. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And stolen by AI. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
The shooting numbers just aren't there.
真的很难通过他的防守。
Pass to Dellavedova. Kicks to Muhammad. Another shot. Henson trying to break free, and he recovers it. And Muhammad puts it in.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To the middle. Here's AI. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
被狂盖。
Bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Henson. Here's Brogdon, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't
还是被盖。
complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready.
我没有得分，这队真的很惨。
Is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And pronouncing Giannis.
The worst I've ever heard was.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far. And I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Muhammad. Then there's Brown, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Henson in at the center. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Pistons was outstanding. He had 41 points, and there really wasn't much you could do to stop him. He shot it efficiently from both the floor.
超大巴欸。
It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down.
超惨，被打14分。
Now that's confidence right there. Passing up an easy 2 on the break.
很久没有那么惨。
From 3-point range.
And the Cavaliers call time here. A lot of guys can take over a game, Doris, at a moment's notice. Milwaukee shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
97。
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
The pass to Osman, to the paint, and AI throws it down.
还是可以灌的嘛。
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Osman kicks to AI. From 11 feet away, some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And when the size advantage
还是要得一点分吧。
was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Hill comes in for Jetty Osman. And then for Milwaukee, John Henson's checked in for Ilyasova. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Chris Middleton. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 16. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Down low. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Hill passes to AI. Lays it up off the glass. AI's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight. And it.
他真的太猛，可恶。
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be.
16分。
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Thompson are up front. Then there's Sexton. Then it's AI. And it's Osman in at the 2 spot. And stolen by AI. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's AI. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
And Cleveland making a change here.
又拉到19分。
The Bucks also with the sub. Connaughton's checked in, and the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Bucks. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And right now, Cleveland, they've been a surprise success, showing prognosticators what they're really made of all season long.
And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Bledsoe kicks to Henson. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Wide open look. A shot, no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. They host the Clippers after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Sexton the pass to AI. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And here, late in the season, a good time now to follow up on our Rookie of the Year race. Which young players have separated themselves as the best of the bunch? You look at AI. All season long, he has proven again and again that he's the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
It's got to be him, Greg. In a season where we have a ton of worthy candidates, he has been the most outstanding by far.
Bledsoe finds Middleton. Clock at 6. Here's Connaughton. Hits the three-point bomb. Connaughton's got 5 now.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
A nice shot by AI.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Antetokounmpo passes to Henson. Back to Antetokounmpo, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points here in this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 20. AI left side. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And what about the strength from Thompson?
Thompson shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
One shot.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now
23分
today. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this
前面整个被封锁。
show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Bucks, Ilyasova out there with Shabazz Muhammad. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Brown in at the small forward. Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges.
趁他下去狂得分。
Even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Bucks. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. Muhammad, no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Here's AI. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year, and, you know, with that in mind, they should alter or tweak.
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. Dishes it to Middleton. Back to Ilyasova. Shoots the 3, and Middleton, the basket on the assist by Ilyasova. 6 points for Chris Middleton.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Right. If you want to get back in the game, you simply can't afford to let long-range shooters get comfortable.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Ilyasova finds Bledsoe. And here's Middleton. Bledsoe looking around. 5 on the clock. Over Sexton. No good from Bledsoe. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Outside, Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. And there's 1:45 left in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 5. Shot from free throw range. That one misses. And Cleveland the other way now. 3 on 3. It's deflected. Osman the pass to Sexton. Cleveland moving the ball around. Nance. And the basket is good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Milwaukee.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent
position.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot and sent a few back.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game, because this one looks over.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And the Nance slams it in.
So explosive. impressive, so creative in the air. Nicely done, Larry Nance Jr.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Ilyasova. Antetokounmpo passes to Henson. Trying to end the drought. Middleton on the wing. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI.
时间到了，红犯规的时候到了。
Shot from the inbound, and Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Henson.
不能换人的啦。
The energy has been sucked out of this arena. This is not what the fans came to see.
Well, they took the crowd completely out of this game, and when you get a lead like that, it's sort of deflating for the home crowd. What a solid victory on the road.
输啦，可是9分而已，哦，还好有追到。
So the Bucks take the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Gary Payton, Michael Jordan.
连打快艇。
I think the way Australians play the game compared to Americans is a lot more of a European style of play, and I think that's why a lot of guys that come from Australia are able to, adapt well to the American system because they add that different flair to the game. I used to play a lot in my career when I had.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
选错了。
Thanks for joining.
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it can only mean one thing. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. Everyone is in their
我的连胜被那个公路队阻止了。
As the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Looking at the last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a loss to the Indiana Pacers. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Good friends Harris and Marjanovic are the pair inside. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Gallinari in at the 3 spot. Coming down the stretch of the season, Brent, some teams have fallen out of contention. It must be hard for them to stay engaged when they know they're not going any further.
I don't think it's hard if you have the right player on your team, though. There's still got to be an approach of professionalism that starts with the way the coach conducts himself.
被顺拉。
Continue to work
continue to draw out the best play from the veterans, but also the opportunity for the young guys to maybe play some minutes late in the season. So this is a lot about the character of your ball club that we're going to see here tonight when the team is struggling and not going to participate.
I would think these young players would just gobble up that opportunity too and just really relish the fact that they're going to start seeing some creditable minutes.
Yeah, if you've put in a lot of work for 6 months and not seen the floor, you want to go out there and show the coaches that some of that work has paid off and you're going to approach the game the right way. So the opportunity is right in front of them here.
他们外线好准。
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Yeah, Kevin, we talked about their primary defensive concern in this game. He said, we don't want to go up and down the court. Those guys finish as well as anyone in the league. We have to turn this game into a chess match and close off all openings along the way. Battle of X's and O's tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Poke loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Inside, it's deflected.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here is Gallinari. He's guarded by AI. Shot clock at 6. And Gallinari kicks to Harris. Over Nance.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Harris misses. Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, one season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Nance. Clarkson comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Hill in for Sexton. Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Robinson comes in for Hardaway. Now here's Harrell. His last outing with 20 points. And that one Beverly.
You can't play too far off of Patrick Beverly or this can happen.
Pass to Clarkson. Out to the right wing. AI with the bucket. AI's got 6 points.
And you think back to the preseason predictions, everyone knew this team was dangerous, and now it looks like AI has put them over the top.
You know, Greg, it's rare to see a player like AI come in and make a good team that much better, but that's been the case so far. I would not be surprised to see AI and the rest of this team playing in the finals. Now, here's AI. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. That one good for 2. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Hill against Beverly. Over Hill again, Los Angeles.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Clarkson kicks to Hill. Pass to AI. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Now here is Harris. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
To the middle. Here's AI. And that one hits back iron. Clippers leading by 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Beverly missing. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Yeah, so that disruption is helping out because it's leading to some easy chances on the other end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Robinson is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Mbamute. Then there's Scott. And it's Harrell in at the 5. Home in the paint. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Bucks was just phenomenal. He scored 34 points, and he seemed to have a hand in all the big defensive stops, putting up good numbers in both the steal and block columns. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks for checking in, D.A. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
And it might be a bit early to start proclaiming this, but the way AI has played this season, guys, and everything he's done on the floor, to me, he has to be the pick for Rookie of the Year.
No doubt that AI has some stiff competition, but you know what, Greg? I think most writers around the league would agree with you, especially when you look at AI's impact on the team. So, timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Patrick Beverly grew up in the west side of Chicago. He said it was a pretty rough high school to go to, Brent.
John Marshall Metropolitan, and he was the head of a 1-2-2 full court press where he just racked up a bunch of steals. Can you imagine just not getting the ball ever over half court? That's because Patrick Beverly was up there playing defense.
Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. Sexton comes in for Clarkson.
Clearly a foul.
Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Cavaliers making a switch here. Waba's checked in, and he's good on the 2nd. There's so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career. In the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position, does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but two of my favorites to watch.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Here's AI. From down in the low post, it goes. AI's got 19 points. So timeout called here. The first
一人球队啦，19分啦。
He's checked in for Kyle Korver. And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. Second is Colin Sexton.
And doing a great job of finding his teammates, just making some highlight reel passes these past few weeks.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Mbamute inside. Just 5 to shoot. Beverly for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
And that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Here's Nwaba. He's guarded by Mbaamute. Here's AI. And AI throws it down.
And that's... such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
So a moment now to see the story on Tim Hardaway Jr. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. Putting up about 10 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And it's been a bit of a struggle for him. I mean, he can get down on himself at times. He's just got to keep working, and I think things will turn around.
This is where your character can be tested, his will to fight through this kind of adversity. And I think he's got a good chance.
Nwaba kicks to Osman. Here's AI. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Harris. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 free throw lines tonight.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
Well, with the departure of Chris Paul and the trade of Blake Griffin, the Clippers deciding on a new look and a new direction. The era of Lob City, I think, officially has come to a close.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, DA. Thanks. Here's Beverly after the made shot from AI. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Thompson with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's AI.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost that they need to break this game open. That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Harris. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, and some of that loss was due to a lack of hustle, especially on the defensive end.
And there are games where an opponent gets aggressive. You got to raise your level of play. They failed to do that in this one.
And a And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Sexton. Then it's AI. And it's Osman.
一次不行就2次嘛。
That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Back to Beverly. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Beverly's got 10.
You want Patrick Beverly to shoot, but maybe not as open as that, knocking down a mid-range.
Sexton dishes to AI. Good on the bucket.
帅.
Movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Beverly with the ball. He's got 10. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. Prize checked in. Clippers with the ball. They've led by as much as 10.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
For the lead. And it's laid up and in by AI.
领先
32 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Clippers trail, and the Clippers call time here. Brent, do you think individual defense is getting easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators of combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on what a guy is doing in terms of his total impact defensively.
So the eye test is not on his phone. The Clippers shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
结果我下来变成15分是怎样？
Shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
That's good from Harrell.
Well, Montrezl Harrell, seen by many as a throw-in in that Chris Paul trade, has paid huge dividends for the Clippers.
Here's AI. That one falls. AI's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Outside Robinson. Harrell with it, working on AI. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And the rejection by Marjanovic. They retain possession. And a great show through.
可惜啊，被盖掉。
The fourth. Who will carry the day? Clippers lead by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get.
刚那球真的可惜。
As we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So for the Clippers right now, Gallinari is out there with Harrell. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Beverly in at the 1.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Out to Hardaway, uncovered. The shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. There's the pass to Osman. Back to AI. That ties the game. AI's got 10 points here in the second half.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Beverly finds Marjanovic. Knocked loose. Here's Hill. And it goes down to
这个帅。
And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Yeah, smart play there. George Hill good at figuring out ways in the paint to score the basketball.
Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. From 12 feet out. And again, no good by the Clippers. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Osman kicks to Sexton. Passes it to AI. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly with the ball. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Clippers trail by 4. And the Clippers call time here.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
For the Cavaliers, Nance comes in for Hill, and it's Clarkson in for Sexton. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Tobias Harris is checked in for Harrell. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time.
飞来飞去啊
It's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Count it, and the foul. That one on Nance.
They count on Harris to get their offense going. He delivered.
That's good from Harris.
Seems like the more that's at stake, the more he rises to the challenge.
Clarkson passes to AI. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Gallinari.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
In a crucial moment, too. He's been doing that all night. No one's come close to stopping him.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
To the middle. It's stolen by Marjanovic. One-on-one fast break. Feeds it to Harris. He goes up again. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Harris, no good. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's AI. A stupendous finish in traffic. AI's got 45 points.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Lets it go from 14. Misses off the left iron. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now
MVP.
LA's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Harris finds Marjanovic, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
只有5分差，其实很危险。
Stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
On the free throw, no good. Here's Osman. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Clippers trail by 8. Here's Gallinari. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
And Beverly kicks to Harris. Gallinari on the wing over AI. And there's Gallinari.
被吃。
From Tobias Harris.
And he's really mastered the catch and shoot as defenses try to close out. Hard to guard.
AI. Thompson passes to AI. Tries again. And good. There's another.
有了51。
Making it look easy.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 10.
目前领先也来到了10分，应该是会赢这一局了。
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt.
没有跟那个 De'Anthony Crimble 碰到，我就赢定了。
Made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A confident win and one where they
得到51分就把我换下去了，真是。
Yeah, I mean, it was a.
好了，篮球今天打到这，下次见。感谢陪伴。